You own a beautiful gallery. Can you tell us about your gallery first?
Yes, I've had this gallery here in New York for a little over 2 years. I started my business in Bangkok almost 3 years ago with the intention of showcasing art from Southeast Asia and East Asia. I also wanted to expand people's notion of what constitutes contemporary Asian art. And since I've known Yeet, this Turkish artist, for a long time, I wanted to showcase this Turkish art now.
Yeah, how did you find him?
In about 2007, 2008, I believe, I was working with a gallery in Beijing, and I was representing that gallery at an art fair in Miami. At the same time, there was a gallery that was representing Yeet Yazıcı's work, so that's when I sort of fell in love with it, and I ended up collecting a piece from him. So years later, when I started my own company, I wanted to know if Yeet had international representation, and he did not, so we started working together. He was one of the first artists I had on board with my own company.
And how is the demand going so far? How many pieces do you have right now here?
I have quite a number of Yeet's pieces available outside the show that are older. For this show, I think we have about 13 or 14. We have extra ones because we're going to be going this weekend down to Miami for the Art Asia Miami show, which is our biggest show of the year, and we're going to be heavily showcasing Yeet's work there as well. There is a high demand. I think there's going to be a high demand for this. We've already sold one piece from this show, which is great this early in the show, in addition to having had strong interest in about 3 or 4 other pieces.
How long is this going to last?
We're probably going to hold it over. It's originally scheduled to go through early January, but there have been so many people calling about it, and there's been so much positive coverage that we'll probably extend it deeper into January. So people will have a chance after the holidays to come in and see it.
It seems very interesting, and congratulations to you. And earlier you told us about your Thailand experience.
Yes. I had worked in Beijing for a number of years at a gallery there, and then I left to do a graduate program in Southeast Asian contemporary art in Bangkok, and started my own art consultancy there, and had my own showcase. How long have you been
doing art consultancy, by the way?
Oh gosh, in some form or another for almost 10, 12 years, I think. So when I started my business in Bangkok, I ended up with Yeet Yazıcı, this artist, was the first showcased artist that I did at a show in Bangkok, and it turned out that it was the first exhibition of Turkish art in Thailand in the history of the country.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did not know that until it was pointed out to me, but I thought it was really interesting, and it was really fun there. It's not a strong market there, but it was really interesting because what I would mainly get were people coming in
because of the location.
Because of people coming in who were artists and who were in the art world who had not seen work from Turkey at all,
ever,
and they came in to just see what other visual expressions were going on around the world, and so it was a really nice exchange show, if you know what I mean. It was a really good opportunity for people to see what else was going on, to get ideas from it, and that's, if you're not going to have commercial success, it's good to have cultural success, and that's definitely what that was about.
We're in Manhattan, Lower East, in that very hot spot of Manhattan, and you have a beautiful gallery. It's contemporary Asian. What makes you different than other galleries?
Well, being a contemporary Asian gallery is something that definitely sets us apart. This is going to be the city, I would say, the city outside of Asia that's going to have the most, I think, contemporary Asian work. But even so, there are only about maybe four other galleries in the city that concentrate in this area. One thing that makes us special is that we have sort of a larger definition of Asia and the Asian market. We focus a lot on Southeast Asian art. There's one other excellent gallerist in New York who focuses on that as well. But we bring in, he will bring in other international artists, and I like to focus more on other artists from Asia. So, there are lots of things that make us all unique here with our roster of artists. close, but it's definitely nice to be in the niche of contemporary Asian, because no matter where
there's a demand for that?
Yes, tremendously. It is, especially, I mean, you have some countries that are very well established in it, like Japan and Korea and China at this point, which I'm sure everyone has heard about in the news. And then you have places like Turkey or Thailand that are just now becoming, people are getting an awareness about it, where they've had certain degrees of success in their own country with contemporary art. Turkey, for the past, I don't know, maybe 10 years within Turkey, it has just been growing and growing and growing there, with the collector scene growing and growing and growing there, but it did not really leave its borders. And about 3 years ago, it sort of exploded like a balloon, and collectors from Turkey were leaving to buy contemporary art from other places, and the artists were selling outside of Turkey. So, and as you well know, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen, you open up the New York Times weekend section, it's about Istanbul and the art scene, and that's been going on for the past year, that you keep seeing all over the media stories about Istanbul and the art scene, and that's happening in a handful of other places around the world. So that all helps feed into the interest in the work that I'm putting out there.
Oh, thank you so much, and
thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.